your story is so unique. Like nobody else out there has it. And I truly believe creating courses gives you an opportunity to reach people globally, number one, but also to tell your story while you still have time to tell it. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Let's get it. Hello. What's going on? Awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. I'm super excited to be on today. Listen, brand new month, brand new quarter. We're in the second half of 2025. I get excited about this time. This is when I start reevaluating some of my goals, my progress that I'm making towards my goals, all those awesome things. And so today I really want to talk about getting this online course out and your topic for your online course. If you don't know what it is that I do here, again, my name is Dr. Sonia. I teach online courses, premium courses specifically. You can teach them online or face-to-face, totally up to you. I always say create the online version first and then you can take it face-to-face, okay? You can do the opposite, but it's just so much easier to create the online version first. So premium courses, luxury coaching, and mentorship brands. So we're talking high level, high ticket, okay, premium buyers. If that interests you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. All right, now let's get into today's topic, which is topic, okay? No pun intended, but for your online courses, your story is so different for a reason. Your story is so unique for a reason. And I need you to start telling it. I need you to start utilizing it, okay? And not fabricating, not having to exacerbate details or make things, fluff things, or make them bigger than what they are. Literally, the audience that is interested in the solution that you offer, they just want to hear the real, okay? They just want to hear your real story, what it is that you've been through, and how you can help them achieve the results that you have achieved, all right? And we're talking pro tip for your courses, one result or outcome per course. I cannot reiterate that enough. The reason that a lot of people feel overwhelmed with creating their courses is because you're trying to create content that will help somebody get multiple results, okay? And you're trying to like do it all in one shot when you really need to slow down a little bit, okay? And back up a little bit and really help people focus in on helping people get one outcome. So that's a pro tip for your courses. But I want to bring this too, because like I started thinking about the other day or yesterday, I posted something about telling your story. And I started thinking about my own story and how, like, growing up, I never really fit in, okay, to a lot of different circles. I got along with everybody from different circles. So, you know, you think about school, you got band, you got ball players, like, you have people who are the nerds, as they say, or the geeks. Like, I was in those gifted and talented programs, okay? But I got along with everyone. I could communicate with everyone. And so, with that being said, it's kind of like my story is unique in the way that I never really struggled. Okay, if that makes sense. So I feel like everyone has a struggle story, but your struggle story doesn't have to like be what we typically see online, okay, or in movies, and people are trying to like fluff and fabricate some stuff. You're like, did that really happen to you? What's going on, Tushar? Hello, it's good to see you. I appreciate that. Let me know if you're watching this, by the way, where you're watching from or what time it is where you're watching from. I always like to see the global reach of these episodes. And so when I say struggle story, you have to talk about things that resonate with you, okay, and those same things will resonate with the audience that you're supposed to be serving. And so let me give you like some backstory real quick about what I mean and how I mean it, because I always like to make stuff make sense. I grew up in the suburbs, okay? Like I don't have like the same rags to riches story that some people have, all right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I get along with everybody. I can talk to anybody, but I need to be real about my story. Like I grew up in the suburbs. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth, but my parents sacrificed a lot to give us everything that we need. And also a lot of what it is that we wanted, like most of the things that we wanted. And I watched them sacrifice. I watched them struggle, if you will, right? To sacrifice these things to really like put us in position, my sisters and I, to win. And so with that being said, I grew up in the suburbs, y'all. I'll be honest with you. right? And I remember like my mom having several conversations with me about how I spoke and how I speak to this day. Very like kind of proper, right? I'll also throw some slang words in there because it's my thing. But like growing up, I struggled with that, especially in elementary school, middle school. I was trying to fit in so much. I was using so much slang. My mom like set me down and she was like, you know, that's not how you speak. Like you have the whole encyclopedia set over here. You got the dictionary. You like to just read the encyclopedia. She's like, just use the words that you know. Just be for real about who it is that you are. But I wanted to fit in so bad that, you know, and this is what a lot of people online, we see them doing today, like wanting to fit in so badly that they're fabricating a story. They're fluffing their origin story or where they've come from, right? And how they got started. And it's just not necessary. And so I resonate with my people on the basis of, you know, being a recovering perfectionist, being a high performer, a high achiever, spaces that weren't necessarily created for us, especially as a Black woman, right? Spaces that weren't necessarily created for us. My corporate career, how I felt burnt out, how I felt undervalued, how I was underpaid. But the majority of what I focus on aren't necessarily like these struggles. Like I feel like, yes, tell your story because people want to know where it is that you have come from. And they also want to know that you have overcome the challenge that they are currently facing. But notice the key word here is overcome. People aren't buying courses and coaching programs and high ticket mentorship programs to stay stuck. They're not interested in focusing all their energy and time on the challenge. They are solution oriented folks. So if you want premium buyers, you need to focus in on the solution. How did you overcome those things? So tell the backstory, tell the things that like are true to you. All right. And then tell how you overcame those things. And that's the part that you want to focus on, especially when you're selling and creating the content for your courses, is like the triumphant pieces, right? The triumphant parts. So, so important. What's going on? Oh my gosh, the alphabet, the whole alphabet, ABC. All the way through Z. What is going on? I appreciate you so much. Pennsylvania, okay, 848. I love that. So you're not very far from me. I'm in the Northeast as well. Love your outfit. You're so pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Harish, hello. Is it Adiba? Hello, hello. It's good to see you on. We just need positivity, more positivity here. And I'm just not interested in like bullying or people being rude or negative on this channel. That's not what this is about. This channel is about positivity, inspiration. Is about making sure that we create courses in a very specific manner that are helping people get results, okay, and positively impacting the world. I believe that you're not supposed to stay local, you're supposed to be global. And that's exactly kind of in line with the topic for today, is like your story is so unique. Like nobody else out there has it. And I truly believe creating courses gives you an opportunity to reach people globally, number one, but also to tell your story while you still have time to tell it. Like we are alive for a reason. You have gone through life experiences for a reason, not just for you, but to impact somebody else's life, to help somebody else. Okay. So that's very important to me. And that's why I have this channel. Again, positive vibes, inspiration, all those things. So if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, and bell notification. At least hit the like button, okay? So that we can continue to spread this message globally, okay? I appreciate you so, so much. Again, also remember, like, there are people who are miserable in their own lives. And so to come on, be positive, and to spread that positivity, I think is so, so important. The other thing that I want to put here, especially for course creators, if you're putting yourself out there on social media, please know, like, for every piece of hate that you get or somebody who leaves a negative comment, somebody who has nothing better to do with their time, there are millions of other people who will give you the positivity, okay? And also you want to detach yourself from negative and positive feedback. Like that's very important when you're online on social. If you detach yourself from feedback in general, and I'm not saying like don't take feedback as constructive criticism or ways that you can get better, but I'm saying like there's always going to be somebody saying something. So if you can detach yourself emotionally from that feedback, you will continue to show up for the people who actually need what it is that you have. Okay. So I needed to put that here as well. And that's a part of telling your story. Like, your story is not going to resonate with everyone, but it will resonate with someone. With that being said, I am literally out of here. I don't see any other questions. If you're interested in packaging your story, figuring out how to do that, go over to jumpfirstacademy.org. There's a free training over there. It takes 30 minutes or less for you to go through it. There is no fluff in that training. So you'll see case studies, testimonials, how you can start to apply the method that I teach. Again, it's less than 30 minutes. There are free resources that will help you implement as you go through the training, as well as paid resources. All right. It's totally up to you what you choose, which pathway you choose to your success. I always say the paid resources help you go faster. They have, in my experience, okay, but there are free resources there as well to help you start to implement. I am not a fan of you just continuing to consume information. Okay, so don't just continue to consume information. Start implementing what it is that you are learning. Laos, is it Laos? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's great to see you here again. I appreciate all of you all who are returning. Okay, thank you. I'm excited that you're a part of the Jump First Academy family. I appreciate y'all so much. That's all I have for today. I love hanging out with y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm always looking for questions that I can help answer. Okay. Any comments that you guys have about courses, premium courses, specifically entrepreneurship, all of those things, make sure that you feel free to drop them inside of the chat. And if you're watching this replay, drop it in the comments too. It gives me an opportunity to hear from you and also to create content. I should say, not even create, curate content, okay, that you are interested in. And so that's very important to me as well. I'm doing well. I appreciate that, Leos. No Mercy, hello. I appreciate the compliment on my smile. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending y'all much love. I appreciate all of y'all. Again, jumpfirstacademy.org to get started. When it comes to your courses, just package your story, okay? Start telling it. People need to hear it. I promise you, it's so unique and people want to hear it. Don't wait until later and have somebody else tell it for you, okay? When you're gone, you're no longer here. I don't mean to be morbid, but that's sometimes what happens. It's like we got to hear the story secondhand, or from somebody else, or third hand from somebody else, instead of hearing it directly from the person who has experienced it. I love hearing stories about people's lives and what they've been through, and how we can package that up to help you start to teach somebody else not to make the same mistakes that you made. Okay, Akash, hello again. Jumpfirstacademy.org. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, come hang out with me. I'm live every single weekday, again, right here on the Jump First Academy YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to send this to somebody else who might need some inspiration, okay, some love today, or who's interested in creating and packaging their courses. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.